Stop using the wrong armor. This may seem like a trivial thing to take into consideration. Just buy a piece of armor and hop into a raid, right? Wrong. Let's go back to that menu real quick. This is actually one of the most important things to consider when building your kit. In part 1 of my PvP guide, I briefly touched on this, but I think it is far too important to not go into more detail about. So in today's video, I'm not just going to be telling you what armor is quote-unquote good, but why choosing the proper armor is important and how to do so. Not knowing which gear to bring into a raid can get you sent back to the lobby. But never forget, gear such as body armor will never make you a better player. These are simply tools to help you do a job better, and if done correctly, can help you successfully exfil. There are an ever-increasingly large number of body armor to consider. Not only that, but all of the different statistics per each piece can make things a little bit confusing, especially to someone who's new to the game. I'm going to try to make this as foolproof and easy as possible to understand. There are typically 3 key elements to consider when making your selection. There is the map, the objective, and the playstyle. The M, the O, and the P, also known as the mop. If there's one thing you take away from this video, it is the general rule of thumb. The bigger the map, the lighter the armor you should be taking into it, and the smaller the map, the heavier the armor you should consider. Now this may not always be the case, and we'll get into a few different scenarios here in a minute. The biggest map in the game, North Ridge, is wide open. The majority of the gunfights that you're going to be engaging in are probably going to be taking place at range, and you do not want to be stuck in the middle of a wide open field with some heavy body armor weighing you down, because it's going to make you an easy target. You are going to want to be quick on your feet if you need to run away or escape. On the other side of the coin, you don't want to be turning a corner in the TV station with the lightest armor possible. More people are holding angles in a map like this, and you're going to be taking a lot more face-to-face gunfights. So heavier armor works best in environments like these. You're going to be wanting to protect as much of your body as possible. Now these are the 2 extreme examples of each side of the spectrum, and obviously the closer you get to either side or the other should determine a good starting point for your armor selection. So I know if I'm going to be playing on farm, I want to choose something that's maybe not too light or too heavy. Maybe something in the middle, or you could go really light or really heavy. It all comes down to the next element, and that is your playstyle. This is probably the most important thing to consider, maybe even more so than the actual map size. What type of player are you? Are you an aggressive person that wants to push enemies in PvP? Maybe you want to go in heavy. Are you a rat or just a very tactical player who wants to be quick on your feet or just simply avoid gunfights? You're going to want to run light. Now remember, when I say light or heavy, I'm not solely talking about the tier of armor which you're going to be choosing from, because there is typically a lighter and a heavier armor per each tier. T4 armors, the 6B23 I would say is a little on the heavy side. It's good for PvP. It covers more appendages. Or the SEK armor I would consider light. It doesn't offer as much of a movement penalty while still retaining the qualities of a T4 armor. However, the only drawback obviously is that it only covers your chest. Now, you never go into a raid without a solid game plan. Are you trying to complete a mission? What does the mission entail? Are you out for blood? Are you out for vengeance? Are you simply trying to loot and gear up or make money? These are other important things to consider when deciding which armor that you're going to be running. Are you simply trying to go into the armory, complete a mission, and then exfil? Maybe you should consider something like the BT-101, which is a very, very good T6 option that doesn't retain the movement penalties as something like the IMTV offensive body armor. So you can go in, get your mission done, and get out of there as fast as possible. Now, I'm fully aware that not everyone has the luxury of just going into the market and buying whatever armor they want. So if all you have is some T2 or T3 body armor laying around and you want to play TV station, go ahead and use it, but possibly consider adjusting your playstyle or your goals around that. I don't think it's wise to go around trying to PvP with a light armor like that, regardless of how much of a Giga Chad I think I am. If you are on a budget and you can't afford really good body armor, keep your eye open for some good deals on worn armor in the market. And a viewer of mine says it best, so shoutouts to HoneyLover64 for the advice. Now, what are some good armors in general? I'm going to throw a few up on the screen right now. These are some of my personal favorites per tier. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What is your favorite body armor? What is your one go-to, old reliable piece of equipment? And I do want to also give a shout out to all the new subscribers and everyone that supported me in the last couple of videos. I really appreciate it. I'll let the last couple exciting parts of this casual farm raid roll on if you guys want to watch it. If not, I hope to see you in the next one.